Let's go just this direction. We drive on the right
On
side.
the right side, yeah. Well reminded. Ladies and gents, hello and welcome along to Austria, where the hills are alive with the sound of Case IH tractors. They've got lots of updates and new developments across the board. The biggest news of which is the new high horsepower Optum series. Also in the mix, we've got updates to Magnum, which you'll see later on in the episode. We've got updates to Quadrac, which you'll also see later on. And what we're going to do now, we're going to get a good walk round, get in the nitty gritty of the new Optum series. And then following that, we'll have a little bit of a driving impression around the test track, just get a little bit of a flavour of it. And then, like I say, on the back of that, we've got some more updates for you. So to kick off then, Richard Hollins, come on in. So we've got the main man himself from Case IH. Richard, first of all, what is your role? What do you do?
I'm the Global Product Manager for the Optum range.
So you are the man to talk about Optums. So Optums, we've got 3 new models. What's in the family now? Let's have a look.
The new range it's an extension of the Optum range that we have. 360 horsepower, 390 horsepower and 435 horsepower.
Right, so these 3 new models, these build on top of what you've already got. So what's currently in the Optum range? What sits below these new big ones?
The highest horsepower in the lower range is 340 horsepower. And that concept, the compactness of that tractor, people like it,
Yeah.
but of course they always want more power.
Always.
So to extend the range up in the power brackets, it means a change of engine. So we move away from the 6.7 litre NEF engine.
So is that pretty much maxed out, that 6.7 litre with 340 horse around there?
Yes, yeah. In a tractor application it is, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
cool.
So we've moved to a Cursor 9, which is the engine that's currently in the Magnum.
Right, so you put some bit of Magnum power in here.
Yes.
What have you had to do to accommodate that?
Yeah, it's not exactly the same engine. We wanted to maintain the compactness that the Optum family's got.
Yeah.
And to do that, we had to move away from a chassis tractor, which the
Right.
Magnum is, to a structural engine sump.
Got you.
So the sump on the engine is completely new. And the reason for that is it keeps the weight down and it keeps the width of the tractor down to maintain manoeuvrability.
Right, so the aim of the game ultimately then is to have, I suppose, a European-friendly high horsepower tractor. Is that what you were sort of going for?
I know versatility is a commonly used word, but that's what we're after with this tractor. The mission profile of a tractor like this in Europe, it does an awful lot of haulage. So we've developed to excel at haulage, but front mowing, triple mowing applications, that type of thing, as well as primary moving. So really, it ticks the boxes.
Just absolutely all sorts.
yeah.
Where you might say the Magnum, that's more of just a big heavy draft tractor, effectively.
It's specialist in primary moving,
Right.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen with the Magnum? Because obviously these new Optums completely overlap with the Magnum. So what's happening with that?
The Magnum carries on. It's still got its customer base, that those just want it primary moving vehicle.
Right.
But also remember, we've got different iterations of Magnum. We've got power shift, we've got tracked versions, which we don't with this. This is just a CVT.
Got you. So you do have, the tractors will have places in the market,
They will,
and you've
yes.
got plenty of differentiation between the two.
Yeah.
Right, let's get stuck into this then. So we'll use this 440 as an example. We've got 440 on the side of the bonnet.
Yeah.
Is that max power, rated power? What's that?
435, the hood number is rounded. 435 it runs a flat power curve.
Right.
So 435 rated, 435 peak. And
Across the board?
Across the board,
Right.
just a straight line, no boost, full-time power.
Yeah.
The reason for the flat power curve, it's a CVT only, and we can optimize the engine to transmission relationship to get the best efficiency working along that flat power curve.
Right. There you go. So let's go kind of front to back then. Let's have a look around this front end, because you've got some trick suspension going on here.
So one of the major developments of the program was the front axle suspension.
Yeah.
It's in-house. It's built in our own factory. So it's a completely new independent front suspension, double wishbone, very high carrying capacity, 10,500 kgs.
Right. Why go for this rather than your traditional sort of?
Again, it's really, we wanted to, when we get to the transmission, you'll realise we've increased the speed of the vehicle.
Right.
So it was part of this mission profile for transport.
You had to have this, basically.
Yeah.
Right. And what are some of the features in there, braking wise and suspension wise?
I mean, the control of the suspension, to start with, we have the fancy tricks, the anti-roll. So when you're going around a corner, it tries to keep the tractor upright.
Oh, keep it stable.
It's got anti-dive, so when you brake, it pushes the nose upwards, and anti-pitch. So it's got all the bells and whistles when it comes to control.
Yeah.
Sticking with the requirements for a transport tractor, braking is critical.
Yeah.
So we've increased the braking capacity of this tractor. The front brakes traditionally would be in the outer hubs.
In the hubs here, right.
So we've moved those inboard. They are in their own transmission casing in the centre of the tractor, completely immersed in oil, so they're cooled using the same oil that's in the back of the tractor.
Yeah.
We have an electric scavenge pump pumping the oil around to keep the front brakes cool.
Why go for that sort of what appears to be a complex design? Why not have outboard disc brakes and in fresh air and
Because we're running them inboard, oil cooled. We can put a lot more energy through them.
Yeah.
So this has got twice the braking energy capability as the other Optum models with their conventional axle.
So she can go and she can stop.
Yes.
Speaking of going, what's your top speed on this now?
Top speed on this is 66 kph.
All right, you're fairly up to it then. This is why you needed this.
Yes.
Right.
And another part of that story is really what's in the engine with the engine braking system.
Right-o.
We run a very commercial vehicle orientated decompression brake system.
Right.
So it's not just an exhaust flap closing, creating a bit of back
pressure.
Back
pressure, yeah.
On this one, we also release all the pressure inside the engine as the pistons are going up and down.
All right.
So when the piston's going up, you're not injecting fuel, they build pressure up, compress the air.
That's right, yeah.
So you get an air spring, and that pushes the piston back down again, releasing the energy. You don't want that. You want to slow the tractor down.
Right.
So when you operate the exhaust brake and decompression brake, it moves the camshaft and blips the exhaust valve, so it releases that pent-up pressure and increases the effect of retardation that the engine's delivering.
Clever stuff.
And just as a benchmark, if you take a standard tractor, take your foot off the throttle, if you say that's the benchmark, you then add a flap, you increase that retardation by 28%.
28?
28%.
As much as that, right.
If you go for the decompression system on top of that, 166% more retardation.
Bloody hell.
So it really is like
does
throwing an
pull it
anchor out
back.
the back. So on an alpine hillside like we are surrounded by 40 tons all up, you will not have to ride the brakes to go down a hill.
No, you'll let it, basically like what we had before where you got proper engine braking, effectively, like you would with a power shift, something like that. Because that was always the Achilles heel of older CVT tractors. They always ran on a bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
But now you can really control that descent. Have you got any other tricks up the sleeve for pulling the speed back or shaving speed off? Can you do put the load on the fan and things like that?
We can do that as well. So with the fan, if you have the exhaust brake system and you've got a reversible fan, we play the trick on the fan by going that onto maximum load. We vary the geometry of the turbocharger to increase the pressure. So multiple tricks.
You've got loads.
And then of course, you've got to be careful when you've got that much retardation to avoid jackknife potential. So we already have the feature on the market for the intelligent trailer brake system. So when there's negative torque, it automatically applies the trailer brakes.
So it puts a bit of stretch in the system,
right? Stretching the vehicle.
Right. So you've put some thought into this, haven't you?
For a haulage machine, you know, it's got everything.
It's got to have it, Cool. Right. We'll continue sort of front to back. Front linkage, PTO. What we got going on here?
We got front linkage 5,800 kg lift capacity. Uniquely in the business, we have a 2-speed PTO, so we've got 1000E. All
right.
So when you're in those third cut silage situations, you don't have to rev the engine up. You can operate your triple mowers in in
In
reduced
economy
engine.
mode?
Yes.
And is that switchable from the cab or is that a mechanical
No,
thing?
it's all screen switchable.
All screen done?
Yeah.
Good stuff. And number of spools up front, things like that?
Yeah, 2 spools, free flow return, and isobus, usual electrical connections at the front.
Right.
Yep.
And hooking up stuff on the front of this, have you got any aids for visibility?
Yeah, we've
like
got a camera mounted just below the Case IH logo
Yeah.
here, so that looks down onto the linkage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool stuff.
And we've got our obviously external controls here for the raise and lower. One little trick: if you lower the linkage and whatever you're picking up is sunk into the ground and it's gone too low, press the lower again and it'll lower the suspension.
Really? From outside?
Yes.
Cool. That's cracking, isn't it? Right, we'll keep moving around
keep
because we've got
moving.
lots to squeeze in. That's jumping out at me. Central tire
Yep.
inflation system.
So all-round vehicle again, optimising for field and road means optimising the tyre pressures. And to do that, we've now got a factory-fitted CTIS, central tyre inflation system.
So that's fully integrated now?
Yeah.
Right.
The heart of it is a 2-cylinder compressor mounted on the engine, gear driven, so no belt slippage.
Right.
It has a nice efficiency feature. It goes into an idle mode when it's not being used to reduce parasitic losses. But it's large enough to inflate these tyres you see here by 1 bar in 5 minutes. So
There's a lot of air in that.
yeah. So by the time you've got yourself ready to go back down the road, folded the implement,
Yeah.
the tyres should be up to road pressures.
Right. And speaking of pressures and adjustment things, presumably again that's all through the screen.
All through the
cab.
screen, you've got 2 field settings and 1 road setting.
So like presets you can do.
Yeah, you just toggle between them.
Right. And you can adjust those presets, can you?
You can. You adjust them on the road. You can even set a speed threshold, so you get up to a certain speed, and it automatically enables road pressure.
Right. It's like time to pump the job up.
Yeah.
And when that's triggered, will it cap your top speed at all for just that bit extra safety? Or not?
No. If you can, it's down to the driver to manage that himself.
It's still got to have an operator,
Yes,
good operator.
yeah.
Now, cab-wise, we'll get onto that later when we have a little bit of a drive and we'll have a look in there. But there's a few little touches around here, I believe.
Yeah, this area here we've spent a lot of work on. So getting into the cab, you basically there's a set of stairs now. It's a stairs, not a ladder.
Right. So we've got a nice gradual.
We've made it as gradual as possible. We've got a courtesy light here shining down at night time when you open the door, and top of the step area, some good features for the driver. We've got an airline that you connect to here with the air gun. So that from that point you can either blow the radiator out up front or use it to clean the cab.
Right.
And then next to that you've got a 40 amp power socket, and typically fuel bows are in the field if you're refueling in the field, rather than crocodile clips onto the battery. Do it a bit more professionally with a 40 amp socket.
Right.
And then on board we got 680 litres of fuel on board, so enough for a
day's work.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's a nice few little touches. Those steps are they're aluminium, those.
They are, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's a few touches that side, left side. Let's have a quick look at right side before we move to the rear. So right side looks like this has had a bit of development as well.
Yeah. You know, the drivers take everything with them during the day, so we've added some additional storage. So if you open the door, you'll see in there we've got a cupboard with a sliding drawer, toolbox, and behind that you'll see a water tank for hand washing.
Look at that, eh? Decent toolbox area.
It's a good cantilever toolbox.
Yeah, and this is for this is hand washing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Just like that. Cool, and then to finish off, round the back, give some numbers.
So numbers at the back, hydraulic capacity, we can offer a standard pump, 220 litres a minute, but you can also add a second pump to go up to 360 litres a minute. So that's 2 separate circuits. They have their own circuit each.
Right.
One pump will provide oil for the left-hand bank of remotes, the other one to the right-hand bank, and the mid-mount and the power beyond. So benefits of running 2 circuits is you can basically operate the pumps at different flow and pressures.
So you can really tailor it to your job.
One could be,
right.
you know, high pressure, low flow.
Yeah.
And the opposite could be high flow, low pressure. So that's a benefit, and also complete priority. So if you were powering a hydraulic motor,
yeah,
put it in the left bank and everything else in the right bank, and the complete independency for the hydraulic flow.
Right. And where's this demand coming from for this? All this hydraulic power?
The big number comes from North America,
yeah,
with their planters. They've got multiple hydraulic motors, so they really do need all that
they
flow.
want it, yeah.
But in Europe, people are utilising the high flow to get efficiency by running the engine at a lower speed,
yeah,
to get the flow that they need. This remote valve here is different to the others. It's a high flow one. This is 170 litres a minute. These are 140 litres a minute.
Right, so just that one on the right hand side there, that's a higher capacity one.
Yeah, that's 1 3/4 inch.
Right, that's when you really need to get on.
Yeah.
Right. And then, lift capacity.
Then lift capacity is 11,800.
Right.
Cat 4 or Cat 3 HD. And 2-speed PTO, 1000E, 1000 or 540E 1000.
So you've got to pick that option from order.
You do, yeah.
Why no 4-speed PTO on this?
400 horsepower, no need for 540 full power.
Right.
Yeah, I think
You're not going here, Bobby, are you?
Not really. You might twist the shaft off. And then it comes down to simple packaging, bigger gears, no space.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, the back end of this, you know, obviously where all your trumpet housings are, your gearbox, everything, basically the whole back end of the tractor, bell housing backwards. Is that Optum based, that, or are we talking, is this a mini Magnum, or what's happening?
No, the design is from the Optum.
Yeah.
And even the Puma, they carry the same design. So they operate a 4-range forward by 2-range reverse CVT.
Yeah.
And really that design is just simply enlarged. So the shaft centers have got bigger, the clutch packs are bigger, the gears are bigger, the rear diff is bigger. So don't think it's an Optum 340 just tweaked up. It's a completely different driveline, but just designed to the same concept.
So this is fairly new ground up, this tractor.
It is.
Yeah.
The only area you could say is carried over is the cab.
Because that's the same frame as you've got on, like
it looks the same frame, but even that's had to be strengthened because
of course, because your weight.
The weight's increased, so you can't see it, but some of the components in the cab frame have changed.
Right. But visually, it's very much the same as what you've got on your other Optums and your long wheelbase Pumas.
Yeah. The only change is to the front windscreen, where we've increased the swept area, the wiper, to 260 degrees. Wheelbase wise, 3190 millimeters. Starting weight in a standard trim without fuel is 12,450 kilograms.
Right.
Well, that's not a stripped out tractor, that's with front linkage, with a decent set of tyres.
Right.
So that was, again, part of the program was to minimise the weight as much as possible.
Yeah. And maximum gross vehicle weight, what would that?
We can go up to 18,000, and where markets allow, we go up to 19,000 kilograms.
Right.
We have a new wheel weight system, which actually isn't on this tractor, for fast attachment.
Yeah.
So you can quickly take on and off ballast.
Well, that's it, and the key thing is with ballast, use the right amount in the right place at the right time. You don't want to be carrying weight around, do you? Like myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. And just going back to wheelbase, what did you say that was?
3190.
3190. So, obviously that's longer than your current Optums.
It's longer than the Optum, and it's longer than a Magnum.
Longer than a Magnum?
Yeah.
Right.
So a Magnum is 3150 millimeters.
Right.
But the overall vehicle length of this is close on a metre shorter than a Magnum.
A metre shorter?
Yeah, because of the different front end design, all integrated in. Yeah.
Cool stuff. Well, Richard, we could talk for hours, as we have done in the past, but thank you very much for your time and giving us just a really good overview of what you've done with these new high horsepower Optums. Obviously, the next thing we need to do is get it in the field, don't we, at some point?
That'll be the next step, yes.
We'll save that one for another occasion. Yeah. Up next, as we mentioned, we're going to go for a little drive with this now, just round this test track here. Just like I say, just get a little bit of a flavour, look at the controls, functionality, that sort of thing. We're also going to get a few words from the sort of sales and marketing side as well on this new tractor. And then after that, we've got updates to Magnums and the quad tracks. So yeah, all that coming up. Stay tuned. Right folks, we'll get stuck into this this brand new high horsepower Optum, and we're going to get a little bit of a flavour of what it's like basically doing transport applications. So we've got Marcus Putz, is that correct?
This is correct.
Cool, so we've got Marcus with us from KSAH, and he's going to basically talk us through a little bit of the operation and how they've sort of kind of maximised the performance for a mixed sort of bag of applications with this tractor, because that's kind of a key.
It is.
Big important side of this tractor.
It is. So we are here in the Optum 440 at the moment, and this is our expansion of our high horsepower portfolio. We add new models on top of the existing Optum range, so 3 models on top, 360, 390 and 440.
Yeah.
We designed the Optum 440 and all the other models as well, of course, to be the flexible tractor, the multi-tool of the field.
More of an all-rounder, really.
Exactly,
yeah.
and especially for Europe. And if we talk in Europe about multi-purpose, this means you need to add the transport. And
yes.
Therefore we offer a faster top speed on this model. Beside the 40 and 50k versions, we also offer now a 60k.
Right.
With the margin on top, as on the others as well. As you can see here in the dashboard, it's up to 66k.
Right, so there's a little bit extra there.
It's a little bit extra.
And this 66k, that is an optional.
It is. And if you are fast on the road, you need to take care that you have proper stopping performance.
I was
as
going to say,
well.
if you are going, you need to be stopping as well, don't you?
And here we did a lot, because directly integrated into the front axle, we have 4 discs, oil cooled, which
right, so they're oil immersed disc brakes
directly in the center.
So just
next
on
to the diff lock.
Right, so just outside the diff, or
Exactly.
next to the diff, you've got these 4 disc brakes, 2 on each side.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
And why go for that sort of style of layout rather than maybe external outboard disc brakes?
Because of the cooling.
Right.
They are cooled inside, and if you do cooling on the outside, it's more complicated, so we do this.
Right.
And from that point of view, we can control it better, and this is the advantage. Important is we have a combination of this front axle brake, but as well power brakes on the rear with the brake boosting system, so the pedal effort is minimized. And on top of this, we have an exhaust brake or engine brake, which is a decompression brake we know from the Magnum, but this is not everything. We also use the decompression system and add the braking performance of the variable geometry turbocharger, the exhaust flap, and the cooling fan. So
you basically load up the engine effectively with using all these components. You put load on the engine to actually pull it down. And
so those 4 components on the engine gives you a massive braking performance.
Yeah.
And if you go downhill with a loaded trailer, you do not need to use the service brakes frequently. So this is the big benefit. So you can do less wear on the tractor and as well on the trailer implement, whatever.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot kinder to the tractor, more mechanically sympathetic to the tractor, you might say.
And take a look now. When we go over this bump here, you can see the front axle suspension moving. So if you're fast on the road, we did a lot in terms of stabilization and comfort. So we have roll control, anti-pitch, anti-dive function on this tractor, and we have as well the benefit of the advantage of a very good comfort. Right. We combined this with the cab suspension, so this one is improved as well. What is your feeling in terms of comfort?
Well, it's absolutely silky smooth at the moment. I mean, we're not really taxing it. This isn't UK roads. These are far too smooth for UK roads. If this was in the UK, we'd be full of potholes and it'd be a really good test for it. But yeah, I mean, just today, just on here right now, it is silky smooth. And I suppose, like you were saying before, you've made this tractor to be versatile and just get on with the job on the road, get going. You've needed the stopping power, but like you've just explained, you've needed the extra comfort as well. You know, you're going faster, so you need to be more comfortable.
Exactly.
And you've gone for an independent wishbone suspension style this time. Why have you sort of gone down that road?
Double wishbone styling, directly integrated. So it is a chassis-mounted double wishbone system, not an axle-mounted.
Yeah.
For this improved comfort, so we have a suspension treble of 250 millimeters on these tractors.
Right.
And yeah, I think you can feel it already.
Definitely, yeah. Now we're up to a bit of speed there, but it just did. We're just nudging sort of 58k then. It's sort of effortless, isn't it? It just sort of gets on with it.
And it's quiet.
It is very quiet, isn't it?
We know the cab already from the other Optum, and we have a very good noise level of just 68 decibels.
So this cab that we've got on here, this is what you've used on the Optums and your long wheelbase Pumas, and what I've been used to with the Puma 260 as well, trying that out. So it's pretty much the same environment, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
The only thing, the frame is a little bit stronger on this tractor because we do, let's say, tests for rollover.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's a heavier tractor, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
This is for the higher gross vehicle weight. We have 18 tons always, but 19 tons technically possible. So if your regional authorities allow it, then you can increase it to 19 tons for more payload.
Yeah. And then transmission-wise, it's just CVX only on this.
CVX only.
Continuously variable transmission.
Yeah, we said it's a multi-purpose tractor, and there this transmission is the best choice. But we focus on all our CVX transmission to transfer the power in a highly percentage mechanically. This is why you read sometimes in our releases, it's a 4x2 CVX drive. This means we have 4 times 100% mechanic power transfer if we increase from 0 to the top speed. This gives us the great efficiency of the transmission.
Right.
And
so
then you can go from the pedal, and now we have this so-called active hold control, so we can drive 0 kph more or less. So we start on a slope, even with the load, easily.
Right, so you've basically got a hill hold feature in there. The transmission will hold the tractor on a hill.
The clutches are closed, but you drive 0.
Right. Right. Cool. And then in terms of operation, which I've not actually had to think about because it's just point and shoot, and I'm just using pedal at the moment, but we can just
you can use it in parallel, multi-controller or drive pedal.
Yeah.
So you don't need to switch all the time. This is an advantage here. And whatever you prefer, you can use.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, this is exactly the same of what you've had, in the past couple of years. And what have you done sort of, because it's a big bonnet on this, so have you done anything to help with, forward visibility and hooking up to implements?
Yeah,
and things like that?
there is an option for a front camera. We have an option for a rear camera and a wireless camera.
Right.
So the wireless camera, you can keep the camera on the implement. The only thing you need to do, you need to supply it with electricity, but the camera signal himself is transferred without the cable to the tractor.
Right. And then one of the other key things on this is your central tire inflation system. So that's fully integrated.
Yeah, fully integrated.
And that's
as you can see here, there's also a possibility to go for an auto road feature. In this case, it is set to 30 kph.
Yeah.
If you drive faster than 30, it will automatically switch on the road mode. So we have 2 field modes and 1 road mode. And this is more, let's say, the smart solution if you forget, as an example.
Good idea. I will forget. So,
no problem.
Marcus, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely perfect, that.
Simon.
Right, folks, we move on now with our first impression of the new high horsepower Case IH Optum tractor series. And I'm now joined by Simon Pratt from the UK side of Case IH. Simon, what do you do, first of all?
Morning. So I am responsible for the sales. I'm the business manager for the UK and Republic of Ireland.
Right. So this new Optum series then, 3 new models. We're driving the 440 at the moment, the top one. From your point of view, you must be getting quite excited about this.
Very excited. It's a one we've been waiting for quite some time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the existing Optum has done well, and it's been a good product for us. But we were kind of missing that gap. We had that gap between where the current Optum tops out and where the Magnum begins.
Yeah.
So, super excited to see this product. As you can see in here now, it's well finished. It's nice. like you say, 3 models. So in theory, I think we should tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
I think probably for the UK market, we'll probably focus more on the 390 and the 440.
Okay. Why are those 2 particular sort of models?
I think
Is that where the demand is, or?
I think, to be honest, that would probably be where the demand sits. I think if you were in a 340 today, to jump to a 360, it's probably not big enough a gap. So I think people would tend to migrate to the 390, but we'll see. I think they're the models we'll concentrate to start with when we bring them into the UK.
And overall, is there a big demand coming? You know, people coming to you for this style of tractor, high horsepower, but versatile with it. You know, as we've seen with your competitors, you know, they've got these more European-friendly high horsepower tractors, where maybe you guys you've always had your American-friendly sort of style tractors, but is this what people are after, basically?
This has been something definitely that people have been talking and asking us for quite some time. The Magnum has been a great machine for us. You know, it's part of our legacy, it's our history, but we did need that more European style of machine. And to be honest with this one, the engineers, in my opinion, have nailed it. You know, the beauty we've got with this is effectively, you know, we've got that slightly longer wheelbase, but we can weight this machine up to around the same sort of weights as you'd have with a current Magnum today.
Right.
Of 18 to 19 tons.
Yeah.
Out of the box, this is weighing in at about 12.5 tons.
So it's not massive then for 40
No.
horse.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, by the time you put 800 litres of fuel in it,
Yeah,
it's going to put a bit of
And
weight
me.
there. But and
yeah.
you and I,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, so it's ticked the boxes that we needed.
Well, it's certainly exciting my little worry donger anyway. So.
Yeah, well, I think, likewise.
Yeah. And when can we expect these new Optums to be going on sale in the UK and Ireland?
We will see the product towards the end of this year. Obviously, we'll see it at Agritechnica, and then we plan to do some launches around the UK, hopefully towards the end of this year, but also into the start of next. Realistically, I would say we'll start seeing the units arrive in the second half of the year.
And have we got prices yet? Or are they still...
No pricing as yet.
Pencils are still being sharpened on that
Pencils
one.
are being razor sharp.
Razor sharp. Awesome. There's deals to be had. Deals to
Always, always. No, currently no pricing at this stage. I mean, obviously, launching today, it's all very fresh, but I'm sure we'll get the pricing in the, after Agritechnica, I would have said.
There you go. Good stuff. Have a little meeting at Agritechnica and work it out.
We'll put something together.
See how it's going. Well, Simon, thank you very much for that little insight. It's been absolutely spot on.
Thank you so much.
My name is Alexei. I am a product marketing specialist for Steiger series tractors for Europe. And I am really happy to welcome you here in this place. This is the 3rd place in the world where we brought our biggest Case IH tractor that has ever been built. And that is the Steiger 785 quad track, featuring enormous 853 horsepower. Now if you come closer, we'll open the hood, and the hood will open automatically, so it has a servo drive. This is one of the biggest engines that we're using in the tractor manufacturing, and this is the FPT Cursor 16-liter engine. It features twin-stage turbocharger, so we have one turbocharger here, another one here. After each turbocharger, we have intercooler, one here, another one below the engine. So we want to ensure that we take the most out of this iron. You can also notice that the exhaust system has been rebuilt. So our engineers did their best to make it smaller, securing the same productivity, securing the same performance, but now it's smaller to ensure that the operator has the better visibility from the cab. The cooling package, it's huge enough to accommodate the power of this engine. So every liquid that you can find in this tractor is cooled down in this radiator package. Starting from the fuel, ending up with the oil from the engine, oil from the transmission, and the conditioner. Now all the power from the engine is going inside the driveline, which is the heavy-duty driveline specifically designed to accommodate the power of this tractor through the 16x2 full power shift transmission, it goes to the track modules. And this specific track module on this specific unit is the industry exclusive, award-winning, heavy-duty suspended undercarriage. If you look, there is the red cylinders, and these cylinders are pushing the whole track to the ground. So you have a constant contact in between the rubber track and the soil. What does it mean for the operator? First of all, it means additional comfort, but it also ensures that the rubber track is always in contact with the soil. So if you take the whole weight of the tractor, which is more than 30 tons, and you divide it by the total footprint that all 4 tracks is giving to the ground, the total pressure, the specific pressure per square centimeter will be not bigger than I would do standing on just 1 foot. Now, the whole heavy-duty suspended system may look quite complicated, but in fact it's quite simple because it just consists of the mechanical part and the hydraulical part. And it's also simple because it does not require the operator's attention. The only thing that the operator needs to check is this caps, if there is an oil and if the oil is not so dirty. That's it. The rest is controlled automatically. So the whole system is tensioned. The track tensioning is performed by the hydraulic system of the tractor. If you want to see a little bit of the hydraulic system, you should go on the back of the tractor. Most of the pumps are inside the tractor, but here we can see the hydraulic remotes. And we have 6 hydraulic remotes, and this is not the top configuration, because in the top configuration we can go up to 8. Also, this specific unit has a 3-point linkage, but as you know, the articulated frame tractors are designed first of all to pull the implements, not to lift them. So the 3-point linkage is designed to pull, but also this is the most important tool of this tractor, is the drawbar. It's the category 5 drawbar, which is able to pull everything, every possible implement that you may find in the market. Okay, if we go to the side of the tractor, either this vehicle is big, but it doesn't mean that it's not comfortable to maintain. So if I go up now, you can notice that our engineers, again, they try to do their best to ensure that I have a grab rail everywhere I put my hand on. Look, I'm going up, and this is the 2 grab rails I'm holding. There's one here, another one here, another one on the top. And if I go on the front, I get another grab rail here. So if I would need to wipe off some dust or some dirt from the glass, it's always easy to do it. Then, if I need a maintenance of the engine, it's also quite easy because I have a magnetic covers and I have a good reach, a good access to filter elements here. Now, if I need to check the oil in the engine, I don't need to go that far. This is just here. So the dipstick is in the reach of my hand standing on the ground. So this tractor is powerful. This tractor is big, but we also made it for those customers who value their time, because in Case IH we think that the time of the farmer is what matters the most. So we make this tractor powerful enough, big enough, but it also designed for the customers, for the existing tools that the customer already has, to go deeper or to go faster, depending on the tool.
I
everybody, my name is Benjamin Münd. I'm the product marketing manager for the Case IH Magnum tractors. You see behind me in the nice St. Valentin the Magnum 4.5, which is our new model lineup. We have up to 15 horsepower more on our Magnum tractors to increase the efficiency of the tractor. You can see very well what we have here. We have elevated the engine that brings us a better steering angle. We have a vest plate in our frame where the engine sits in, so we can have a turning radius of 6.8 meters. And in addition to that, we have also a brake assisted steering, means when the tractor is equipped with it and you steer to the left hand side, the left rear wheel or the left rear track will break down automatically and can even reduce the turning angle by 20%. What you can see in the cab, we have one of the biggest cabs, 3.1 cubic meter of volume and a lot of glass area. You can have a perfect view to the right and left hand side, but also to the front, so you see perfectly on the right and left front tire, and you see also what's going on in front of the tractor. With the heated and ventilated seat, you can swivel to the right hand side and have every time working in the field your implement under control. And the noise level in the cab is really low with 67 decibel. On the rear we have a new hydraulic layout, means we have new rear remotes and also this lever for easy connecting an implement to the tractor. This 21x5 full power shift tractor comes automatically with the big rear axle, the heavy duty rear axle, and also the heavy duty category 4 3-point linkage. You can have this tractor as a wheeled version, as you can see here, but we offer it also as a Magnum road track, which means that we have, instead of rear wheels, we have a track system with two different widths, 610 millimeter tracks and 762 millimeter tracks. That means we have a much better soil protection because the soil pressure will be reduced very much. And with the big tracks in the rear and the big front tires, we can reduce the soil pressure by 50%.
So there you go, folks. I hope you have enjoyed that as much as we have. It's been a great little trip out to Austria with Case IH, checking out their latest developments to their tractors, in particular this one here, the new Optum high horsepower tractor series. As ever, for more launches and events like this and all of our reviews, custom reviews, go check out that there at LandPowerTV.com. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.